Hello, friends, and welcome to Hila at Home. It's Hila here, and today I wanted to share a favorite summer recipe of mine that I love to make, and that is a quiche. So, this one is a spinach, bacon, onion quiche, which I love to make and keep in the fridge for lunches. It goes really well with a crunchy salad or some boiled potatoes if you wanted to make it heftier. And it's just a great little lunch idea that you can have cold or warmed up in the microwave. So I like to use the store-bought short crust pastry because it makes it really quick and fast and easy to use, and I tend to always make sure that I have one in the fridge for when I just want to whip up a quiche for that purpose. So I'm just using a simple flan dish here that I have greased using a spray oil, which I find very useful for quick greasing. And this, it really comes together so quickly, which is why I love making this once a week and keeping some of it in the fridge. And so I do a little bit of a patch working, almost like a quilt, in order to fill it out. Ideally, I'd be using a smaller pan or tin, but I don't have that. This is the one that I have now, but it's on my wish list to buy a smaller one. So key thing is to poke some little holes at the base so that the pastry doesn't puff up too much. So at this point, the oven is preheating up to 180 degrees fan assisted in order to bake blind. And whilst I have that baking blind, I'm just going to prepare the fillings, and the fillings are very flexible. Really, I'm using bacon because I love bacon in everything. I think that bacon just makes everything absolutely lovely. And I have some red onion here. I like using red onion because it gives it some lovely pops of color, which I like to see in a quiche filling. But again, with a quiche, you can just use whatever you have on hand. Now, the thing that I do, which may be sacrilegious to some people, is that I actually saute my onions because I don't like it when the onions are too crunchy. So I saute them so that they're soft and slightly caramelized. And because it's red onion, it gives it a slightly sweet flavor in and amongst all the saltiness from the bacon. Now, a key point to add is that I'm relying on the saltiness of the cheese and the bacon, so at no point am I adding any salt at all. So once the onions and the bacon has been sauteed, I will put that to the side to start working on the spinach. I've used some frozen spinach that's been defrosted here, and I've just added it into the same pan that I'm fried the bacon in, and it's just gonna suck up all those lovely bacon juices. And then I'm going to add the cream cheese to this. So I'm just using bits of stuff that I have left over because there's no wrong way to make up a quiche. I think the most important thing is to get at least 4 eggs. So that's the magic number for me. I'll have 4 eggs and I'll add either milk or cream depending on how rich I want it, and I'm adding cream. I tend to eat more on the keto side, so I tend to go for high fat, so but by all means use milk if you want to. The only other thing that I added there was some black pepper. So once we've baked blind for about 15 minutes, for the last 5 minutes I will take off the beans and the baking parchment, and I'll do an egg wash on there, and that's just so that it doesn't get super soggy. So I'll start off with the grated cheese. So this is just cheddar cheese. I'll layer that at the bottom. This is my favorite part about making a quiche, by the way, because you can go whichever way you want to, and you can add bits and bobs if you want to. And then the next thing is going to be that spinach and cream cheese mixture, which I'm just going to create a layer of. If you wanted to with this spinach, you could chop it up finely so it doesn't create those stringy bits that you're seeing there. But you know, it's just a personal choice. So I'll layer that on, and then after that, I will add that lovely crunchy bacon and egg. And spread it over To me, this feels a little bit like I'm making a pizza sometimes, but it's a quiche. And then on top of that, I will add my egg and cream mixture just right up until it gets to the top, and then I will sprinkle some cheese over the top that will brown nicely. And then this is going to go into the oven at 180 degrees for about a half an hour. Tends to be enough to do that. So this is basically just one giant omelette if you think about it. So very high protein, which is perfect for me. And the kids also love a quiche, particularly if the onions are nicely soft. They don't like the crunchy onions, just like me. And here we go, one lovely quiche ready to serve, and it's perfect for those summer meals. Thank you so much for coming along with me today, and I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Until I see you next time, I wish you blue skies, health, and happiness. Bye.